Good afternoon, students. So in the previous session we have done multiplication, property of multiplication. Now we will discuss making multiplication easier. So whenever you have to do the multiplication for more than 2 terms, or you have given 2 simple terms, then how will you do the multiplication very easier, that we will discuss. So your first question is minus 25 into 37 into 4. Okay, so it's little bit time consuming when you multiply 25 with 37, and then whatever answer you are getting, that you have to multiply with 4. So basically what we do, in place of multiplying this 25 with 37, we do the multiplication of 25 with 4. We know that 25 4 is 100. Then 37 1 the 37 is easily you can calculate. So what we can do here? So minus 25 into 4. First we multiply this 2 term. Then that whatever answer you are getting, that you have to multiply with 37. So this is 25 4 the 100 into 37. Now it is very easy to do the multiplication. 37 into 100 means 37 1 the 37. How many 0? 2 zeros. Minus, so easily within a second you can find the answers. The 25 4 is 100, 137 is 3700, minus sign is there, so minus. Next we have 16 into 12. So how will you multiply this? So we know that we can do the division 12 into 2 terms, 10 and 20. Sorry, 10 and 2. Why? So it's very easy to multiply with 16 and 10 and 16 with 2. Then directly we do the addition. So how we do this? 16, 10 plus 2, 16 multiplied with 10, so that is 160 plus 16 to the 32. Now do the addition. So answer is 190. Okay, 16 10 is 160, 16 2 is 32, 160 plus 32 will give you 192. Next we have minus 23 into 48. So how will you do this? So what we can do? This we can divide into 52. Means 50 minus 2 will give you 48. So minus 23 into 50 minus 2. Because it is very easy to multiply 23 with 5 rather than 23 with 48. So what we can say? This is minus 115, 0. This minus minus plus 23 to the 46. Now it is very easy to do the calculation. 10 minus 6 is 4. 4 minus 4 is 0. 1 1. So your answer is minus 1106. Simply 1150 minus 15 you will get 1100. But here 4 is left. So 4 you can directly add it over here. So 1104. So this way very easily you can do the calculations. Okay. Any query you can ask me. Some more examples we will see on the basis of this. Let's see next question. The question is, suppose you want to multiply minus 35 with minus 98. What you will do now? If you have any number which is nearer to 50, so we take 50. Same way 98 is very nearer to 100. So we write, in place of 98 we write minus 100 plus 2. So let's see. So minus 35 in bracket minus 100 plus 2. We are not changing the value of this number, but we represent that in number in different way, so that we can do the multiplication very easily. Okay, 98 we are keeping 98 as it is, but the representation way we are changing. Now we know that easily we can multiply 35 with 100, that is 3500. Minus minus becomes plus, minus plus minus 35 to the 70. Okay, now 3500 minus 70, what is the answer? 3430. Very simple calculation. If you subtract 100 from 35, 100, what your answer? If question we have to subtract only 30. So how much more we have subtracted? 30. So that you have to add over here. So 3430 is your answer. This now being in 7th standard, you have to little bit do calculation in your mind. Okay? You take borrow from the next number and then do the subtraction. It is little bit time consuming. So think within your mind. In place of 70, if I subtract 100, what is my answer? 3400. But what is the actual subtraction? 70. तो कितना आपने ज़्यादा subtract किया? 30. So that much you have to add over here. That is your answer. 3430. Let's see one more question for your better understanding. I am explaining the short trick also so that you can easily do the subtraction and addition. Rather than you are taking borrow, you are just giving the carryover. Don't do such kind of calculation. Easily you can do the question. Now 5th question is 52 into minus 8 plus minus 52 into 2. Let's see how to solve this question. If you observe the question properly, okay, we have already learned one property. If you multiply two integers, one of the integer is negative, your answer is always negative. Doesn't matter which term is negative, maybe first term or maybe last term. So here, if you see the question, 52 is common in both. But the problem is, here the 52 is positive, here 52 is negative. This we can write like this, 52 multiplied by minus 2. As we have seen that the answer remains same whether you write 52 negative or 2 negative. So in place of this we can write this one. Okay. So this is the 52 into minus 8. Now what is common? You have to take 52 common. So 52 common. So what is left? Minus 8 plus minus 2. So what is the answer? 52. If both the signs are same, so you have to do the addition, but the sign is remain negative. So what is the answer? Minus 5 to 0. So this way we can do the multiplication in a easier way. Okay, so this is all about multiplication, making multiplication easier. Some solved questions are already given in your textbook. Try to solve the questions by yourself. So one solved question is there. Solve example C, solve example 4. That is a ball problem, so that I will solve that question. The question is, in a class test containing 15 questions, 4 marks are given for every correct answers and minus 2 marks are given for every incorrect answer. Two conditions are given to you. To question, Meena attempts all questions but only 9 of the answers are correct. What is her total score? Okay. So, what is her total score? And second is, one of her friends gets only 5 answers correct. What will be her score? So, here students, you have to understand that total questions are 15 and for correct answers, how many marks are given? So, whatever data are given, first you have to list it out. Total questions are 15. For correct mark, correct answer, marks given is equal to 4, and for incorrect answer, marks given is equal to, what is that? Minus 2. Why minus? Incorrect means you have to subtract from the given total marks. Okay? Now the question is, for Meena attempts 9 correct. So what is her score? So Meena attends 9 questions correct. We know that for if you give one correct answer, your score is 4 marks. If you give one correct answer, your score is 4 marks. So for 1, score is 4. So for 9, what is the score? The score is equal to what? 9 multiplied by 4. So what is the answer? 36 marks. If you give one correct answer, 4 marks, 2 correct answer, 8 marks, so 9 correct answer, 9 4s are 36 marks. So what is our score? 36 marks. The second is, one of our friends gets only 5 answers correct. What will be her score? So, same way marks given for correct answer. For one correct answer, 4 marks. So how many correct answers he has given? 5 correct answers. So 5 4s are 20 marks. So Meena gets 36 marks and one of our friend gets 20 marks. Okay students, so right now we have considered for the correct marks. Suppose 9 question correct, so 9 into 4 36 marks. Meena got 4 correct answers. So how many questions she has attempted wrong? So what we have to do? 15 minus 9. So what is the answer? 6 questions. So she has given incorrect answer of 6 questions. So that much we have to subtract. Okay, 36 marks for the correct answer. So incorrect marks, for that how many questions incorrect she has attempted? That is 15 minus 9. So what is the answer? 6 questions she has given the wrong answer. So wrong answer, what is the marks? Minus 2. So this is minus 12. So this much you have to subtract from 36 marks so that you will get the correct score. So Meena's score is what? 36 minus 12. So what is the answer? 6 minus 2 is 4. 3 minus 1 is 24. So Meena's score is 24. Same way, one of our friend given 5 marks, 5 questions correctly. So how many questions he has attempted wrong, that is incorrect, are, you have to subtract 5 questions. 5 minus 15 minus 5. So 10 questions her friend has attempted wrong. So for this the marks is equal to what? 10 into minus 2. So what is the answer? Minus 20. So finally, what is the score of her friend? See, for correct marks, correct answer 20 marks. Incorrect answers minus 20 marks. So what is the score? 20 minus 20? 0. The score is 20 minus 20 is equal to 0. So this way we can solve the questions. Once you have to calculate for the correct answers, the score you will get, then you have to calculate for the incorrect answer, some score you will get, then you have to take a difference. You have to do the subtraction, correct minus incorrect, you will get the actual marks of that particular person, or you can say student. So this is all about your question number 4. Move on to the next question. see the question number 5. Student, understand the question first. Suppose we represent the distance above the ground by a positive integer and below the ground by the negative integer. Then answer the following. First question, an elevator descends into a mine shaft at the rate of 5 meter per minute, means the traveling capacity of that elevator is 5 meter per minute. So within 1 minute it can cover 5 meter distance. What will be its position after 1 hour? So this is the ground level. If you consider this is your ground level, this is your above ground and this is your below ground. And elevator is over here. Distance matlab it will move in decreasing order. Decreasing order means it will move underground. So it will from here to it will move downward position. Okay. Now the question is, within 1 minute it can cover 5 meter distance. Now it is going in the down direction, so it is represented as -5 meter because it is going down. Now what is the question? How much distance it can cover within 1 hour? So this is the distance covered by this elevator in 1 hour, but how much distance? So we know that 5 meter per minute. So 1 hour that we have to convert into minutes. So 1 hour you can write 60 minutes. So we can know in 1 minute if it can cover 5 meter distance. So in 60 minutes how much distance it can cover? 60 multiplied by 5. Now we know that it is moving in the downward direction, so it is -5 minus 5. So what is the answer? -300 meter. So within 1 hour it can cover 300 meter distance. So now your elevator is over here after 1 hour. So this way we can calculate. Okay. So change in the position of elevator is -5 meter. Okay. So in 1 hour, what is the change of the position? That is -5 into 60, which is give you -300 meters. So it is 300 meter down. Okay. Now, what the concept? Now see the second question. What it says? If it begins to descend from 50 meter above the ground level, then what will be its position? Okay. Now, this elevator is already now on this position. For the second question, 50 meter above the ground. Now from here it starts moving in the downward direction and we have to find after 45 minutes. This is your 45 minutes. After 45 minutes, what is its final position? So what we will do? We will find for the 45 minutes how much it can cover. Suppose it is over here. Okay. Suppose your elevator is over here, then within 45 minutes, how much distance it can cover? So let's see. So in 1 minute, it can cover -5 meter. So in 45 minutes, how much distance it can cover? So 45 multiplied by -5. 5 5 is 25, 5 is 225 distance it can cover from the ground level. So this much we have to add. Okay, this much we have to add because ultimately it starts from here. Okay, so what we can say? The final position is what? -225 plus 15. So what is the answer? We have to do the subtraction. It is 215 meter minus. Okay, we have started from here, so we are getting the answer -225, but actual position is here. From here if we started traveling, then where it will come? So 15 we have to subtract. Either you subtract -15 or you add +15. So this way we can solve the questions. So the last position of the elevator is below the ground level, that is 215 meter below ground. So this is all about your solve question number 5. In next video we will see exercise 1.3. Thank you.